Good morning, Believe Nation. Today's message is stand by your word. Over to you, Master P.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going.
And I also, what I learned in business, just like what she was saying, when you give somebody your word is so important. Once I gave her my word, I had to come. Even though I got a million other things I got to do, I said, well, I gave her my word. And that's going to go a long way with you in business. Once you give somebody your word, it's good to get it in writing, everything that you need to get done. But when you give somebody your word, you got to stand by it. Because when you start standing by your word, you'll be able to build more relationships and resources.
When I took over Toronto Dance Salsa, I hired Alex away from a steady, stable, safe, secure job. We had a number of meetings talking about the opportunity, and the message that I repeated over and over to him, and I continue to repeat with my team, is I will not always give you the answer that you want to hear, but I'll give you the truth. I'll give you the honest answer. You want to know something, ask me, and I'll give you the truth. And when I say that I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it for you. And it's easy to say, because I think a lot of people say that. The trick is to quickly back it up, to quickly find ways to take action on what you say you're going to do. And if you ask Alex, one of the things he told me was, you know, I talked a big game, and he really liked it, and he felt like if I delivered on half the things that we talked about, he would be better off. And it's only through my action that he realized that I meant everything that I said and really deeply, truly, meaningfully cared for not only a business success, but his success as a human being, you know, within the company, in his relationships, his personal growth. It all matters to me. And I told him that. And I think he kind of understood it, but it was through the action that he really deeply understood it. For me, team building is such an important thing, and relationships are such an important thing. When I work with somebody, I want it to be for life. Like if they want to leave to move on to do their own thing, that's great. If I can't provide them with the opportunity, that's great. But I have the intent in every relationship that I enter into for it to be for life. As long as you're growing and I want to help you get there, let's keep working together. And so for that to work, there has to be a lot of honesty and trust, both ways, right? I am very accepting and trusting of other people's words until they give me a reason not to be. There's a lot of people in my business that I don't have written contracts with, because for me, a handshake is a written contract. For me, if I shake your hand on something, I will follow through on it. It's just as critical as getting it written down. And so I encourage you to take that approach. It builds your own self-worth too. It builds your own self-confidence and self-esteem to, when you tell somebody you're gonna do it, to actually follow through and do it. Like, stop not following through. Stop breaking your word, because when you break your word to yourself, you can't become the best version of you. You'll stop pursuing your goals. You'll stop chasing big things because you continually break promises to yourself. So take your word as the gospel. Take your word as something that you will not break. And the next step, at least for me, is try to take some kind of immediate action to build momentum for yourself on your own goals, as well as for other people. When you commit to them, don't wait till next week to get started on it. Do one small thing right now and build immediate momentum so that you can get closer to your goal. So the question today is, I'm curious how much of you guys insist on getting stuff down in writing before getting into an arrangement with somebody. I'm really curious. Leave in the comments below. I'm going to join in the discussion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Continue to believe, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of espresso.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going.